Hi, I'm Dr. Suvarchla, Scientific Director with Ziva Fertility Centers. Let's try to understand what's happening during your periods. How is the egg ovulating? How is your period coming and what should you be doing if you're trying for pregnancy or not? So let's begin from day 1 of your period. On day 1 of your period, here is the endometrium. This one here in the red is the endometrium. And on day 1 of your period, all this which has grown over a period of 1 month will begin to shed. So let's say that it is day 1 of your period and all this is coming out. So don't be scared. It is not that your uterus is hurt or it's having some kind of an infection. It is not so, because these are real questions that patients have asked us. This is just an outer lining of the uterus, of the endometrium, which is shedding off. So this happens for about 3 to 5 days in a normal menstruating woman. After which, what happens is, under the influence of FSH and LH. So on day 1 of your period, as you start bleeding, FSH and LH are released from the brain, the pituitary hypothalamus area, and they act on the ovaries. When they act on the ovaries, there are some quiet sleeping eggs in the ovaries, millions and millions. So when FSH and LH act on these ovaries, some sleeping eggs suddenly wake up. Some of them wake up and begin to get activated to the signal. They begin to react to the signal and start growing under the influence of FSH. Under the influence of both these hormones, FSH, LH, what happens is, one of them becomes dominant, becomes very big, and it grows in size, and E2 is also released. And then one day, under the influence of LH, luteinizing hormone, this big egg is released and picked up by this end of the tube, and it's taken inside the fallopian tube. So it is these 3 hormones which played a role, isn't it? FSH to begin with, E2 also was released by the follicle and the egg, and luteinizing hormone also was released, under which, when there was a huge peak, this egg got released and started waiting in the tube. When this egg is released from here, now there is nothing here. This has collapsed. This collapsed follicle is now called corpus luteum, and this releases P4 or progesterone hormone, and this P4 acts on the endometrium, and this begins to grow again. So it's not after the egg is released, it's growing on a regular basis. When the egg is growing and under the influence of progesterone, this becomes full of blood flow. The blood vessels into the endometrium start pumping blood, and it increases in thickness. When the egg is released and it's in the tube, if sperms are present, fertilization happens, and over a period of 5 to 7 days, this embryo comes down and implants here. When it implants here, it starts burrowing into the endometrium, and then there is a sac, the fetal pole, the heartbeat and everything, and the baby begins to grow. This is when fertilization occurs and there is a pregnancy. So when there is no pregnancy, what is happening is, the egg waits for a few hours, about 12 to 24 hours. It is alive, it waits there. If there are no sperms present, it just disintegrates there. It dies there, degenerates. It's a cell. It's a living cell. So it just dies. And after the egg is died, around 14-15 days later, this endometrium, now that it knows that there is no embryo coming, it will start shedding again, which will be the day 1 of your period. And this cycle repeats again and again until you get pregnant, or you have some issues like PCOS or fibroids or adenomyosis or endometriosis, or you are pregnant or you are menopausal. All these issues will either put a stop in your menstruation or make them irregular or frequent. So this is what happens under the influence of these 4 important hormones, and here is how you have your periods. If you're planning pregnancy, then the best way to do is during ovulation, isn't it? When the egg is released, if sperms are present, you get pregnant. So the right time would be around 15 days before your period. So if you're 28 days cycle and they are regular, calculate it in such a way that when you're ovulating, you can have intercourse. Ovulation occurs with a few symptoms like bloating, back pain, stomach pain, sharp shooting pain, a little bit of irritation, irritability. All these things are symptoms. You can also track them with basal body temperature or luteinizing hormone kits. They are urine kits. You can track them with these. These are methods by which you can track whether you're ovulating or not. If you're not planning pregnancy, those are your days to not have unprotected intercourse. so that you don't fall pregnant. So this is how the menstrual cycle goes on and on in a cycle. That's why it's a cycle. And if you understand this, it's easy for you to either plan a pregnancy better and not. But if you're not planning a pregnancy, it's not just enough to have intercourse during the safe time. There is no safe time. Your egg can ovulate a little ahead or little late, and there is always a chance that you might get pregnant in your safe time as well. If you wish to know more about this, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
A lot of effort has gone into making this video. Please like and subscribe us. Thank you.